Hi Soul Fam, happy Monday. Welcome back to this channel where we do tarot card readings every week. I am Frances. I am a tarot card reader, the creator of the Four Noble Tarot deck, which if you fall in love with it, the link to purchase is in the description box below. And I am also a Reiki master healer, and I work with people all over the world, and I would love to work with you if you ever feel called in a one-on-one session. But for now, we will focus on our collective reading for this week. Quick little update, reminder. Some of you may have seen it, some of you may have not. Last week, I did make all of my self-paced online courses completely free. They are now, each one is its own playlist on my YouTube channel. So if you feel called to learn how to work with crystals, how to read tarot cards, how to connect with your spiritual team, or how to balance your chakras through yoga, there is a course for each one of those, and I would love for you to enjoy it. Please feel free to comment and share and let me know what you're loving and what you're learning and all the things. So I'm excited to share with more of you and not have this information that I think we are all deserving of having hiding behind a paywall. It is now completely free, and I'm so excited for you to enjoy it, hopefully. Okay, let's dive into our reading for this week. Working in the light and the highest for everyone here's greatest good and deepest understanding at this time. Keeping my energy on, cleansed, protected, and theirs as well. Welcoming in my spiritual team and each and every person who is here, welcoming their team forward. All right. What would you like to share with us? Spirit, universe, source, energy, love, guides, angels, anyone here in the highest good, the highest light. There's this really beautiful female warrior energy. Not quite Athena. It feels a little more galactic, if that makes sense. It kind of looks like a comic book type of drawing. Very powerful, very F the patriarchy vibes, which I am all for. It's really this beautiful, badass energy. So if we can channel that this week, yes, please. But let's see what else is coming through, where to focus, what to know. We did just have Mars come out of retrograde. Thank goodness. You've probably heard me say this. I am not an expert astrologer, but I always feel energy really potently. And then I'll check the astrology and I'm like, oh, that's why things have been feeling so slow, or that's why things have been feeling so sticky, or whatever it may be. So we are out of Mars retrograde now. And apparently, according to the astrologers that I trust, that means things are going to start picking up and moving again, which I'm very excited about personally, because things have felt really tricky. These two cards over here, I was hearing money, finances. I do have to preface, this is not financial advice. This is not advice of any kind. I'm just sharing what's coming through. This card slipped out, so maybe related, maybe general. Loving relationships. So this could be your partner, this could be your roommate, this could be a parent, a friend. You'll likely know who this is once they start sharing about it, but it's someone who you share a heart tie with. That's interesting. They changed it from loving relationship. It could be a loving relationship. It could be a challenging relationship, but someone who you have a connection with, okay? So let's start over here. So remembering that badass energy that might be required of you this week to just be like, I freaking got this. Let's go. I'm going to fight for what I believe in. I'm going to fight for what I deserve. I'm going to do the dang thing, okay? Especially when we have this energy now picking up and moving astrologically. Okay, then these two cards over here, not financial advice. Oh, okay. This is about your energy around money. So it's not so much financial advice, like what to do about money. It's what to understand about yourself within money. Great news. We're going to have some changes in money soon. Likely, hopefully, good ones, as long as we can follow the guidance within this, okay? So we have two major cards, life themes. When that happens, again, transition, change, opportunities for new ways of being. The thing with major cards when they come, when I say life themes and things are changing, you're the only one who can make that happen. right? We can't just be like, oh, everything is changing. We have to actually step into that change and do the work to create that change alongside universe. So the opportunity to change things is here. Around money, you've been being really hard on yourself. Our first card here, judgment. There has been a loud inner critic around money. So I want you to sit with that inner critic, take it out for a coffee, take it out for a drink, sit down mentally and be, or you can journal, you can meditate on this and be like, yo, why are you being so mean to me? Likely it feels like they're being mean to you, the inner critic, that loud inner voice, because it's hitting wounds, it's hitting your money wounds that need healing. I'm going to rattle some off that are coming through right now. One or more of these will likely apply for you. I am not making enough. I do not deserve to be making more than I'm making, even though you do. I never had to work hard for money. Money was always given to me. Oftentimes this comes with families, people who have a hard relationship with money, a lot of times come from money where they didn't have to work to help support their family, or things were always really easy, or whatever it may be. So some shame around money because it was always easy for me. So I don't really deserve it because I never had to work for anything I had. It was given to me. That's also not true. But looking at that wound, people who grew up with their family or their lineage, their ancestry, always afraid of money. Grandmothers who used to sew money into the curtains, right? Or have mad money under the bed, because there was always this feeling of like, I need to be able to grab something and run, whether that's from my partner, whether that is from a group trying to attack my person, like meaning like my race, my religion, my whatever it is. Oftentimes people with like that have been persecuted in any way, they have this, whether it is themselves or their family lineage. So looking back at if there's any ancestral healing that needs to happen around money. And then also, well, that part one, so looking at why the wound is there, what is getting triggered. And then part two, judgment, where are you being so hard on yourself? It's likely that you're working really dang hard. And let's just call a spade a spade. Things are expensive right now. What we used to make does not give us the same standard of living because things are more expensive, but we're making the same or less. So we just, it's life is harder, and we're getting so hard on ourselves because life is harder, or we have more credit card debt, which that, please make sure that you're doing what you can to responsibly take care of that. But it's like, we see these numbers and it's like, I'm the worst, I'm failing, I'm not good enough. It's, what do I do? Yes, there's always opportunity for more abundance and growth and working harder and all those things. Yes, you are worthy of getting paid what your value is and the effort that you are putting forth in your work. And we need to stop being so hard on ourselves because it is just tough times financially right now. And I know this kind of sounds like a cop-out, but like, it's not your fault. It's really not. Okay, so that doesn't mean we don't work hard. That doesn't mean we don't ask for the raise. That doesn't mean we don't get creative on how we're going to bring more abundance in. But if you've been really feeling badly about yourself, I want you to look at your money wounds, and I want you to just know that like the economy is freaking tough right now. And what you used to be able to get or buy or purchase or invest in costs more. So if you're not making more, of course, things are going to feel harder. So give yourself a break, okay? How we're going to start doing that is through the trust. I don't know how, but through the trust that things are changing. The moon, we are closing out old phases. When we do this work, to quiet that inner critic, to heal that money wound, to be softer and gentler with ourselves, to understand our value and our worth and what we deserve to make, to receive financially and in abundance, right? Of all forms. So time, money, energy. When we can understand that, that's when we actually are being encouraged to start implementing change in those areas. So it could be, as mentioned, asking for the raise. It could be cutting back your hours if you were an entrepreneur by a day because you're just like, well, this is time spent, not with clients anyways, so I may as well take the day off and do some self-care or take a rest or whatever it is. This could be, if you do have excess money, maybe this is, investing it, learning how to grow your money. Maybe this is finally starting to contribute to the retirement. Maybe this is looking at how you want to grow your money in creative ways. So I want you to think about, with the moon, they're saying you're being really hard on yourself with money. Number one, there's money wounds. Number two, it's not your fault because the economy is really hard and tough right now. And number three, you're being hard on yourself because you're not exactly where you want to be. So where do you want to be, and what change do you need to implement in order to get there? What changes do you need to implement, including internal healing, including learning about investing, including asking for the raise, including whatever it is? You're the one who has to define what that is. What changes need to be implemented in order to get where you want to be with money, right? Okay. Questions on that? Let me know. Okay. I'm hopeful. It's going to require effort, but I'm hopeful for us here. Okay. Then this card, it feels more general. So general for this week. Oh, beautiful. 10 of Cups. Shift in energy for sure. 10 of Cups is about the overflow of joy. Cups are all about emotions. This is oftentimes as well the family card. 10 of Cups is inviting you to lean into the joys of life. Again, things have been hard. Things have been sticky. Finally, Mars is out of retrograde. We have a week where all of the planets, apparently according to, again, astrologers I trust, please fact check me. But we have a week where all of the planets are not retrograding. They're all moving in synchronicity with each other, which is going to feel really light. So this week, leaning into joy, pleasure, sensuality, family, chosen family, including your friends. What else is coming through here? Like the simple pleasures of life, the savoring. So where can you lean into joy and where can you savor? This is not new guidance for this collective, this community that we have here, right? Spirit reminds us of this all the time. Why? Because that's the point of life. In addition to Earth School, where we're learning and we're learning our soul lessons, one of those soul lessons for all of us is how to enjoy. Because we forget how to do that, right? So this week, with the energy and the astrology on our side in a really beautiful forward moving way without that opposition that we've been in, it's kind of like this breath of fresh air. Just take it. Like, if you can take a little break, if you can get outside and play, if you can, spend time with people you love, please do that. Because also what that's going to do is get you into an energy of abundance, right? Abundance of joy, abundance of time, abundance of connection, abundance of all the things, which is naturally going to help support these pieces over here. When you are abundance, when I am in connection, in enjoyment, in overflow, that's when I'm in my highest frequency. That's when I can do the hard work with ease. Okay, so making space for joy this week, and it's almost like we get to take our foot off the gas because we're going downhill, right? It's a little bit easier, so we don't have to push so hard. Energetically, it's a little easier, so we don't have to push so hard. Okay, so where can you take that foot off the gas a little bit in life, figuratively speaking? All right. Okay. And then lastly, this was the heart tie. So a relationship or relationships in your life. Okay. 6 of Swords, leaving baggage behind. Leaving baggage behind. This might be a relationship in and of itself. This might be the baggage of a relationship that hurt you, or that ended, or that you want to end. And I'm talking any type of relationship, okay? This might also be forgiveness. So if you're in a challenging space with someone in your life who you care about, who you want to have a relationship with, but for whatever reason there's challenges there, this is looking at where you can forgive, where you can let go of those pieces that are not matching, where you can maybe choose, we're just not going to talk about those things, because you get to define and protect and enjoy the relationship you do want to have. Okay, so maybe an example of that last piece could be like you really don't align with someone politically or economically, or you had an argument or something happened and you're just like, we are never going to agree, but I still love you and I still want you in my life. So, how about for now, maybe later this can be fully addressed, but for now, we're actually just going to put a pin in that thing. We're not going to talk about it so that we get to enjoy each other. Now, is that the most healthy thing to do long term? Probably not, but sometimes it's okay. A lot of times I see this, especially in Reiki sessions, with people who have wounded relationships with their parents or with their siblings. You still want to have a lovely relationship with that person, but there are just some things that you're never going to agree on. So you get to pick and choose what those are. Do we wish it was different? Yeah. But sometimes it can't be. And so you get to protect the part that you love so that you can have some form of loving relationship with that person. Okay. And then the other pieces of Six of Swords, again, like looking at your relationships, what friends are draining you, where are you pouring in, pouring in, pouring in, pouring out, pouring out, pouring out, and you're not getting anything back. Do we need to take a step back there? Do we need to have a conversation to explain to this other person, like, hey, I really feel like I've been pouring into this relationship and I'm not getting much back. Like, are we good? Like what's going on? 50, like, well, maybe not 50-50, but equality in relationships is important to me, et cetera, et cetera. And then maybe it's this relationship has come to a close. We don't have anything in common anymore. There was too much pain. We don't see each other or respect each other or, serve each other anymore. And it's time to actually close that chapter, so that we can close it in love and respect instead of waiting for it to really get challenging or worse than it already is. Okay. If you're like, I have no idea who this person is or who these people are in my life, Six of Swords is asking you more so then to look at relationships in general with anything. So not just people in your life, but where you have a connection. This sounds weird, but like media, social media, your habits, they're calling them inclinations, your inclinations. So like, again, that word heart tie, this is so silly, but for me, I'm like, yeah, dark chocolate covered pretzels, dark chocolate covered caramels. I'm like, that's an inclination for me. Should I eat a whole bag in one sitting? No. But like, that's like kind of a silly, but still very valid example of this type of relationship where I'm like, where do I need to shift that? Like, what in that relationship with that dark chocolate is not serving me? What is serving me? The savoring, the enjoyment, the little, like boost of energy I get. But when I eat, 10 of these delectable dark chocolate covered caramels, however you say it, I feel sick. That is not serving me, right? There's something else going on there that I'm like, oh, I'm so stressed out. Chocolate. No, that's not healthy. So that might be a way, that's an example of like a relationship with something that you really enjoy, heart tie, but might not be serving you 100%. What within that do we need to release, alter, or let go completely? Okay, beautiful. So I feel like this week we're kind of tweaking. It's like, again, we're taking our foot off the gas. We don't have to push so hard. We're being given a little bit of space so we can look at our finances, look at those like deep wounds, what's going on around there, look at our relationships, where we're pouring energy out, what's not serving us in these areas with other people or with inclinations or with whatever it may be, so that we can make more space for joy and alignment. Right? Once again, not a new message here, but quite specific ways on how to do that this week in terms of optimizing the energy that's being presented. Okay? All right, everyone. Thank you for being here. If you feel called to donate to the Love Jar, this is my PayPal donation wink. I actually can't wink. Fun fact about me. This is the best I got. And it is not real. And it takes a lot of focus. But my PayPal donation link will be in the description box below. This helps me to show up with energy for you every week. So thank you so much for your generosity there. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like this video. That really helps me out. Subscribe to this channel, share with a friend or a loved one who you think would receive something from it. I'm sending so much love to you. Please go ahead and dive into one of my now free online courses. Again, if you ever want to work together one-on-one, I am here, available globally. I'm sending so much love, and I hope you have a fantastic week.